Feelings and emotions are normally the result of experience. However, one of the keys to living the law of attraction and becoming in charge of your destiny is to master your thinking and therefore your emotional state in order to manifest what you want. Essentially, it's a reversal of a process that we do instinctively. By combining a clear intention with a specific emotion, we give the mind a representation of a future event that we would like to manifest. We often do this automatically, but not necessarily in our favor. This occurs when we anticipate a future experience that is undesirable, or continue to live in a past experience that didn't match our current wishes. When we make our inner thoughts more real than our outer circumstances, the brain doesn't know the difference between the two. And this is most effectively accomplished through the feeling states that accompany the thoughts. These two things combined, thought and emotion, create a future experience in the current moment. By practicing our future events enough times, through new choices, thoughts, feelings, actions, and behaviors, the brain begins to physically change. It will create new neuro-pathways that align with the type of person that has already experienced the event. When you visually practice what you desire and imagine it over and over again, it becomes familiar to your mind. The more knowledge, details, and sensory perception you add to these visualizations, the more solid and believable the representation becomes to your brain. Through this process, your intention becomes clearer and your expectation becomes more embedded. These types of visualizations remind yourself and your mind what it looks and feels like to have what you want. One of the strongest languages that the mind speaks is emotion and sensory perception. Sensory perception is defined as the processing of stimuli in the environment from hearing, vision, taste, smell, and touch. When you consciously combine your thoughts and intentions with an intense state of emotion and the sensory perception of being in a specific event, your body literally begins to be influenced into taking on a new chemistry that would be present if that event were actually happening. Neurochemically, your brain and body begin to believe that they are living in the experience of the visualization in the current moment. One simple way to bring more power to your visualizations is by writing down your main goal with several bullet points. For example, you may want to work for yourself. Write down your main goal as working from home and being my own boss. Next, write down what you envision for yourself when this happens. You may want to say how much money you're making, what your product or service is, and what benefits there are to working from your home. Next to each of those things, write down the emotion that corresponds and how you feel about yourself for achieving this goal. You may choose such emotions as pride, confidence, freedom, and happiness. This will help you become clear as to how you will want to feel not only throughout your visualization processes, but as the dominant vibration you begin to carry each day. If you can learn to walk around during your daily activities while remaining in a dream state and really feeling as if you are actually where you intend to be and doing what you intend to do without allowing your current circumstances to distract you, the neural pathways connected to your old self will begin to fade away, while new neural pathways that align with your vision will begin to form and grow. These pathways will start to reorganize themselves to match what you have been visualizing. The more you are able to train yourself to do this, the faster you will realize your manifestations. Through consistent practice, your body chemistry alters to such a degree that your mind and body begin to take on a new state of being. Once this happens, the old pattern of the old self begins to fade away, and your brain and body essentially become a new map or a signal for a new future, one that was created through your mind and feeling states. As your thought vibrations raise and your expectancy increases, the emotions create the very chemicals in your body that support the new thoughts. This causes an alignment of thinking what you're feeling and feeling what you're thinking. When these two things are congruent, and we begin to embody the new state of being in this way, we are no longer trying to survive in our current circumstances. The excitement won't allow it, nor will the mind. It will see many new creative possibilities due to this alignment. This is an understanding of exactly why using visualization with clear intention of what is desired, combined with intense positive emotion and sensory perception, and regularity of repeating these mental practices, will create a new state of mind and a new state of being. With consistency, these visualizations become more real to the mind and body than the formerly limited view that was held. In essence, this process completely frees us from everything, which allows us even more room to enjoy the experience of our visions. This creates the map, or signal, for the new creation to become a physical reality. Once this happens, we no longer want the change or desire for anything to be different, because we're already embodying it as our own internal reality. And once this happens, we find that new doorways begin to open up to new possibilities and a new future of our choosing.